You're watching Port Charles on KNTV 11.
You enjoy torturing me, don't you?
Yep.
I'm going to get you back for this.
Oh, come on. What do you think Victor is going to do to you?
Monk, you're here. I'm so glad. I have something planned for you that you are simply not going to believe.
You were saying?
So, where are you going?
I'm gonna go see Karen. I left her a couple of messages. She hasn't called me back.
You know, maybe it would be better for everyone concerned if you just give her some space, leave her alone for a little while.
I don't think so.
You have 2 daughters who need you just as much.
I know, and I'm here for them.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
You
am.
haven't been home lately. And they need you. And have you forgotten? I just received a death threat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hired my goons back, the good goons, and I got Mac, who's about ready to send me a death threat because I've called him so much.
Well, good. Is Mac ready to arrest Julie? Is he going to go right out there and arrest
He
her?
can't arrest her, without any, proof.
So we're just sitting ducks waiting for that woman to do something.
No, Lucy, I told you, okay? I've got my guys out there, and I've got Mac. He's going to have a squad car go by every half hour here.
That's terrific. Good. Well, I'm glad that you and Mac and all your goons can sleep at night.
Happy Mother's Day!
You like your flowers?
Oh, I love orchids.
Well, that's not all.
I've got a couple gifts for you to open as well.
Ah, you spoil me.
Well, it's Mother's Day. I have that right.
Mother's Day. It's not the same anymore.
Mama Bell.
Tell me, has he gotten his presents yet?
They're on the way.
How? How can he be allowed to get married after what he did to her?
His wedding is going to be unforgettable. I promise you that.
Wow, look at you.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Well, how sweet of you. Thank you.
You two obviously have someplace to go.
Actually, I'm having brunch with Frank and dinner with Joe.
Oh. Victor, wouldn't you like to spend the day with Mary?
Don't be ridiculous. She has her day, and we have ours.
And he has something really big planned for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Bulgaria, I heard about this fascinating ritual, Grozny Paznientnya, the shaving of the groom. Oh, no, not the facial hair. The beard is sacrosanct.
Why am I relieved?
It's an ancient custom to protect the groom from evil spirits, and as you might expect, it is frequently accompanied by a tribal dance, for which, as it happens, I've still got the music.
And that's my cue to leave. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
You have fun now.
We will.
Thanks.
I'll bet I could play that music on my accordion.
I bet you could, but what if we stick to something a bit more American, like a good old-fashioned bachelor party?
That's what you want, but I must say, you don't seem to be entering into the spirit of the festivities.
Actually, this whole wedding has me a bit unhinged.
Could you hand me my messages, please, Allison?
Can't your hand reach them?
Yeah. Can also reach your neck. Did I happen to mention that I ran into your grandmother this morning and she asked me how you were doing? Hand me Dr. Wexler's messages, too. With a smile. That's better. Thank you, Allison.
You're welcome, Dr. Lambert.
Hey.
Hey, I thought you had time off for your wedding.
Oh, well, I have just a couple post-op patients I want to check on. And besides, if I was at home by myself, I'd be climbing the walls. I'm so nervous. So, you go in incommunicado these days?
What? I guess I've been kind of busy.
Yeah, well, it looks like me and the whole rest of the world is trying to get in touch with you.
You know, I've had a lot on my mind lately, you know, with Lucy and Scott, and I've been sort of distracted.
You working today?
No, just came in to do some paperwork, actually. Did you need me for something in particular?
No, not at all. I just wanted to check on my favorite bridesmaid and see how she was doing.
Guess I dropped the ball on my wedding duties.
Yeah, well, I won't fire you. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it's, like I said, I'm just a little distracted, that's all.
Well, I'm your friend. And from the looks of all those messages, you've got a lot of them. So if you, need to talk about anything.
So, news travels fast. Oh, my goodness.
It's Christina's handprints. They're so cute, aren't they?
They are so cute. I love them. Oh, thank you. But you know what? My very favorite presents in the whole world are? You.
Mm-hmm.
And you. And you. You.
Hey.
Oh, can't forget Terry.
Thank you.
You fit. Let me see.
Hey. Hi, Scott.
How you doing? Come in.
Okay, is this an okay time?
Yeah, yes it is.
Oh, hello, sweetheart.
Yay.
Good to see you.
Hey.
Happy Mother's Day, Lucy.
Thank you.
Well, I think I have some good news.
Oh, well, we sure could use some just about now.
Well, Judge Friedel decided to continue a pro forma investigation of Christina's safety, but she will not set aside the adoption based on Julie's claim that she couldn't get out of Ferncliff to establish her maternal rights.
Oh, my goodness. So what are you saying? Are you saying that Scott's adoption stands?
Yes.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, okay. Celebration. It's a party time. I'm going to attempt to make a great, big, fat, wonderful celebration breakfast. Yes?
Cool. Can I help?
You have to help me. I can't do it without you. Come on, you. Come on. Come on. Breakfast.
It's the good news. What's the bad news?
No one has mentioned the biological father's rights.
File that for me.
Can't you see I'm already filing?
Hey, do the letters BMW mean anything to you?
Does everybody in this hospital know my business?
Well, you should have known better than to cross Dr. Lambert.
Judge says my petition is without merit. And the adoption stinks.
Yeah, well, that's for now. Come on, we'll keep fighting.
You know, I knew it was a long shot. But deep down, I just kept hoping that
What about the charges against Karen? What did the judge say about that?
she's continuing the investigation.
Well, there you go. That's a victory for us. Come on, we had one little lousy setback. Don't give up.
There are just so many things I wish I'd done differently.
Yeah, me too.
But we can't. Can't change the past.
You realize, of course, that as soon as Judge Friedel, says that Christina's safe here with us, you can go right back to helping Karen all you want.
I could do both.
Well, I don't think so. If Karen hadn't started using drugs again, then there would be no question that Christina's safe or where she should be.
Karen is a mess. She's in trouble. I'm trying to... Can't you at least pretend to show a little bit of understanding, Lucy?
I do understand. I am trying to understand, but why can't you understand We need you right now.
Hello. Hey, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm a bit busy right now. A list of attorneys. She did, huh? Listen, I'm glad you called. I'm gonna come over and talk to you, all right? Okay, bye.
So I guess that was the woman from the hospital.
Claire Wright. What possessed you to tell her that I was too busy to help her?
Because you are, and we need you here.
So you just made the decision for me and conveniently forgot the way you always like to do.
No, I didn't conveniently forget anything. I just have had a lot of things going on here, in case you haven't noticed. Maybe it just slipped my mind.
Well, you know what? My mind is working fine, so I don't need your input.
Maybe you do.
What are you, Kreskin? You want to control me? Get me to do what you want to do like a robot?
No, I don't want to control you. I just want to remind you that your family comes first.
My family is the most important thing to me.
That Claire person is a stranger. She's not me. She's not Serena. She's not even Christina. She's just a woman who happens to be dying in the hospital. And yes, she's dying the same way that Dominique did. And I'm sorry, but that doesn't give her a right to have you.
So the hell with her!
No, not the hell with her. I feel terrible for Claire. I feel awful for her. But don't you see? We are your first priority. We are supposed to be.
You are my first priority.
But why can't you see how much we need you?
You heard that?
Oh, it is just beautiful.
Like you, Mama.
Such a vibrant blue. The color of her eyes.
Mama.
She had the most amazing eyes, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Every man in the world has doubts about committing to the bonds of matrimony. Do you remember what a mess I was before marrying Mary? Look at us now.
So you're saying I shouldn't be worried?
I'm saying I'd be worried if you weren't worried. It's just that I've never actually been married.
I've been engaged. I just never made it past the altar.
Let me let you in on a little secret. I mustn't tell Mary I said this. She still thinks love conquers all. You can be in love with the most incredible person on the planet, but if the timing isn't right, it's never going to work.
But things are going so smoothly. I guess I'm just afraid that I'll do something, even subconsciously, to sabotage it.
You won't.
Well, I don't know. I've made some pretty bad choices in my life.
Well, don't let the ones that turned out badly keep you from living the rest of your life.
You're not talking about Lucy. By the time I realized how much Grace reminded me of Mother, it was too late.
You never talk about Grace.
She's dead. Thought I was over it. I mean, I've worked so hard to get past it, and I thought I was. You tell me. Do you think I'm drawn to memories of Grace because I'm about to marry Eve? Someone who's so completely and perfectly opposite?
I think the mind is a curious thing, but you know that, don't you?
So, right in court, Julie's attorney tells everyone I'm an addict. That I put my little sister in danger. So the judge ordered a drug test. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Not that it matters. Everybody knows I'm a screw-up.
You are not. You are human like everybody else, Karen.
Lucy went so ballistic. And I don't blame her. And what do? I attack Scott for being a lousy father. Blame him for pretty much everything that's wrong with my life. And he just there. And he took it. Because he loves you. We all do. And if you keep going at this rate, someone's gonna get hurt.
Like one of my...
No, I mean like you. Ah, Eve, it seems that everything's just piling up on me, smothering me. How am I supposed to stay strong with all that weight? Yeah, good old reliable Karen is paralyzed. What can I do to help?
Thank you, but nothing.
I could let you off the hook as my bridesmaid. You don't need the added pressure. No. And
I want to be your bridesmaid. Please.
You sure?
Yeah. It just reminds me happier days are still possible.
Okay, you.
Okay.
One man wants her dead.
I saw him. What do you mean? He's not a horse trainer. He's one of them.
One man will do anything to save her.
Guy Donahue boarded a plane for London over an hour ago. That's it, I'm after him.
But she wants to know the truth, and it could destroy her.
I missed you, Anna.
Emmy nominated All My Children, ABC Daytime.
All right, I'll look it over and give you a call back. All right.
Max still uses you for psychological analysis?
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Raw eggs, fresh garlic, wild ginger, and lots of herbs. It's a Mongolian treatment for cleansing past emotional trauma from one's liver.
No thanks. I prefer my raw garlic and spaghetti.
Okay. Is that Lucy's threatening note?
Max hit a wall.
Any ideas?
Actually, I think the answer's staring us right in the face.
What is it, Mom?
Why hasn't he paid?
He will. I promised you that, right? He will. He'll never be happy, Mama. Never.
Libby.
She's back in your room, remember?
I want her.
Okay. Okay, fine. First, you need to take your medication, Mama. Right? And then we'll go back to your room and we'll look for Libby.
What if I never get to spend a Mother's Day with my little girl?
Julie. I won't let that happen.
Sometimes adults, they just disagree on things and then they just fight.
You were arguing about a lady at the hospital.
You heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's take a little walk outside. You want to?
Okay.
Hey, see, this is Claire. She wanted me to help her do something, and Lucy doesn't want me to.
What does Claire want you to help her with?
She's sick. She's dying. She wants to go home to do it. Hospital won't let her.
I heard Lucy say that Claire has the same thing that Mommy died from.
That's why she wanted to talk to me, because she figured that I would understand what she's going through.
Do you?
I don't think anybody understands that.
Is she scared?
Yeah, she's scared. I'm gonna tell you something. She's also really mad, too.
Like you were when you first found out that Mommy was sick.
Mm-hmm.
You should help her. You should help her. And if she's still scared when she gets up to heaven, Mommy will take over from there.
Come here. Why'd you get so smart?
sweet little tiny hands. Look at that. Yeah, those are your hands. And these hands are going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And I am going to be around to see every single second of it. Every single second. Every one of them.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles.
On the next Port Charles.
If Frank's out of the picture, why is he speaking to a lawyer about his parental rights?
I can't take that drug test. I'm going to fail it.
Scott, I'm sure you saw, hired a lot of extra security.
But we both know you're not going to need it.
Get to know the Daytime Emmy nominees at abc.com, part of the Go Network.
This year, the Daytime Emmy Awards are bigger than ever. Hosted by Emmy winner Susan Lucci. Daytime shines in primetime with special appearances by Barbara Walters, Oprah Winfrey, and Rosie O'Donnell. Will Regis go home a winner? Plus, enhanced TV at abc.com. The Daytime Emmy Awards live, Friday on ABC.